Hey, what's up, Facebook fam, first off, YouTube fam and MySpace fam. Today is another day and I am still serious business as far as these videos I'm posting are concerned. And I still want to continue what I was talking about earlier about dating and relating, but let's kick it up a notch. I want to talk about, married couples, fiancés, boyfriend and girlfriend couples that are having problems within their relationship. And let's just start off with married couples first. I may not get into fiancés and boyfriend girlfriend couples just yet, but let's touch on married couples. Okay? Scenario. Typical married couple have a family, wife, kids, and let's say there are some problems going on in the marriage. Let's say the husband is having problems in the marriage as well as the wife having problems in the marriage. And what happens sometime if things are going on at home and let's say you're not getting the best treatment at home or getting the good loving at home, then the temptation bug of infidelity starts to whisper in your ears, start to tell you to go outside of your marriage or relationship and start having, extramarital affairs with a mistress, or if it's from like a woman's point of view, for her to go out there and find, what would we call the male equivalent of that? But you know what I'm getting at. Go out there and start having extramarital affairs. And I would say, if you are still legally married to whoever you're with, that thought shouldn't cross your mind to go out there and have extramarital affairs. Because I'm saying, if you're having problems with your marriage, number one, talk to your spouse about it. Don't walk around the house being all angry and pissed off at each other. The problem won't go away by itself. Sit down and talk about it. And whoever is talking, it would behoove you to listen to every single thing that they have to say, good or bad. Listen to what, fellas, listen to what your wife has to say. Listen to her. And I'm saying intently listen to her. Don't be, looking down at your BlackBerry or whatever, or, looking at the TV. Sit down and listen to her. Listen to everything she has to say. Give her your undivided attention. And vice versa. When your husband's talking, ladies, listen to him. Because a man may not talk as much, but when he speaks, it would behoove you to listen to him. Because, a man is not really, an emotional being. But, he has emotions too. And when he's really speaking from the heart, it behooves you to listen. And, if talking to your spouse doesn't work, then you can, number two, go talk to a counselor. Like a marriage counselor, someone that will form an unbiased opinion about how you and your marriage is going. And fellas, if the marriage counselor happens to be female, don't get that big ass thick head of yours and say, oh, she's female, oh, she's going to take the side of my wife, oh, she's just going to side with her, she's just going to listen to her, etc. Bullshit. That counselor has been to school, has been been through school, got the degrees, got the title doctor for a reason. And, she may not know you from Adam's house cat, but on the same token, she'll help you fix your fucked up marriage. So it would behoove you to listen to her, whether the counselor is male or female, etc. Okay? Counselor is like an example of someone that, form an unbiased opinion about you. Or number three, you can go to your pastor. Your pastor, your church pastor. If you go to church and whatnot, your pastor. In other words, your pastor is a man of God, and your pastor will tell you, basically, give you some advice on, how to fix your marriage. and, and will, even put you closer to God than ever before. Your pastor. Okay? But if you decide not to do all these methods here, as far as counseling, and you go ahead and decide to go outside of your marriage, and fuck around, let me tell you one thing. First and foremost, you may think you're slick, you might think you're getting away with it, but eventually you will get busted. You know what I mean? You will get caught red-handed with your hand in somebody else's cookie jar. Number one, you can get busted, and you will get busted. You will get caught. Number two, and once you get caught, there's nothing you can do. You can't cover it up, you can't lie about it, or let's say, even before you get caught, women's intuition kicks in. She feels it. Wait a minute. Let me follow my husband one day. Give you a call. Hey, how you doing, honey? Oh, I'm doing all right. Working late again? Yeah. All right. Love you. Love you too. Click. And then what happens? Guess what? You just lied to her and say you was at work, when in actuality, you are going to a restaurant to meet with your mistress to talk to her, and go somewhere else and have extramarital affairs afterwards. You know what I mean? Once the trust is gone and you get spied on, then your marriage starts to turn into what I call a CSI investigation, or like a criminal investigation. In other words, she will follow you, she'll see where you're going, and then once you lie, that's it. And another thing, not only number one you get busted, or number two you'll get spied on or what have you. Number three, you can create children with your mistress, that you will not be able to father yourself, because you got a wife and kids at home. You see what I'm saying? And what's so fucked up about the whole situation is, it could be a single young lady who never been married, don't know you have a wife and kids because you lied to her about it. You get her life all fucked up. And now, she's going to resent the day that she met you, because you are a lying, cheating, fucking bastard, you. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying if you're legally married, you shouldn't do shit like that. Okay? Alright, number four, you could bring home something that I call a sad taffy day, aka STD, aka sexual transmitted disease. Especially if you're out there playing unprotected patty cake with someone that isn't your wife, who have high mileage anyway, but you're fucking with her because pretty much she does the things your wife doesn't do. And that's a bad thing right there. When you go outside your marriage and fuck around like that, and then you get a disease, and then you bring it home to your wife, who will go to the doctor and check herself out and say, wait a minute, I didn't have this before. And then will sit you down at the table and say, honey, we got to talk. I got a bad case of the cheesy EBGBs, and I know I haven't had this ever in my life. Don't try to sit there and play dumb. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. You've already been caught. It's already done. Finish. So I'm saying, do not be an infidel. Don't be an infidel if you're married. Don't be an infidel. I'm saying if you, went to the counseling and that doesn't work, and you went to, like I'm saying, if you talk to each other, it doesn't work. You went to the counseling, it doesn't work. You even go to your pastor and it doesn't work. Then you need to do the legal steps necessary, to file divorce. But I'm saying the people that suffer the most during a divorce are the children. So I would strongly suggest that you work out your marriage, whatever you got going on in your marriage. Work it out first.